Well, thank you for clicking in this video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed and tap on the notification bell so that you may not miss our news updates around the world every day. Now the story I'm having today is the story of General Katumba, the way how the assassins were trapped and arrested. The task team actively investigating the double murder of Nanyonjo Brenda and Kayondo Haruna. The attempted murder of General Katumba Wamala and his bodyguard Sergeant Koboyoit has made a major breakthrough and arrested 4 more suspects highly connected to the double murder and the attempted assassination which occurred on the 1st day of June 2021. The major breakthrough was as a result of a major raids that were actively pursued by the task team and led to the arrest of Muhammad Kagugube, alias BAFUMOYA, on 26 June 2021. Upon interrogation, he admitted to having participated in the violent attack when he carried out a surveillance on the movement of General Katumba Wamala from his home. He immediately alerted the assault team as soon as he spotted him and the direction he was taking. After alerting the assault team, he went up to Bukoto near Oryx Petrol Station where he waited for the 2 guns, but he received only one and rode away with it. The suspect provided details which led to the arrest of Walusimbi Kamada, alias Mudinka, alias Ogema, one of the riders who transported the shooters. Upon his arrest, he led the team in reconstructing the scene and clearly demonstrated how the double murder and attempted assassination took place, and how he transported his shooter called Kanabe through Kisota Kisasi Bukoto up to Sebagala Road, where he handed over the motorcycle to the shooter Kanabe. A thorough search was conducted at all his known premises, and valuable exhibits of black helmet, 10 jackets, and one of the motorcycle used in planning, preparation, and execution of the plot recovered. The suspect was taken through the footages of the surveillance and execution and positively identified himself while riding one of the shooters, Kanabe. The task team proceeded to Kayondo village and arrested Kisambira Silman, alias Mukwasi, who received one of the killer weapons from Rutwama Hussein, alias Master, which also handed over to another member of the terror cell known as Mustafa Kawawa Ramadan, alias Amin, alias Musa. Also recovered from him was a motorcycle under registration number UEJ 283L, which was used in the plot. The team followed up and arrested Mustafa Kawawa Ramadan, alias Amin, alias Musa, from his home in Maganjo B, LC1, Seluwumba Subzone, Maganjo Parish, Nabwel Division. Upon search at his home, various exhibits including materials used in making improvised explosive devices were recovered, as well as Al-Qaeda training manuals on how to make detonate bombs, military materials, secret communication codes, and several Western Union transfer receipts from foreign services. Also recovered are 2 t-shirts used during the surveillance of General Katumba. The task team further tracked down and arrested Rutwama Hussein, alias Chinene, Christopher, alias Master, a resident of Kaburengwa, Chibando in Nansana municipality, who was arrested along Nansana Nawel Road. The suspect, who was the team leader and head of domestic terror cell, put up a very stiff resistance to the extent of grabbing a gun from an officer but was subdued by the task team. He later succumbed to injuries. He was the mastermind behind the plot and the one who commanded all the other suspects before, during, and after the execution of the planned assassination. He provided all logistics of guns, motorbikes, mobile phones, and the facilitation used in the surveillance and the execution. We have now established that overall coordination of these domestic terror cells is by Sheikh Abudin Hubaid Tahel Bukenya, an ex-ADF combatant who was given an amnesty but has violated it. He is reactivating the domestic terror cells and is the brain behind the recruitment of assailants like Muhammad Kagugube, alias BAFUMOYA, and Ruwama Hussein Christo, alias Chinene Christopher, well known as Master. The group has been behind the robberies of Nansana Chip Store, Ntake robbery, and the robbery on the supermarket at Imperere. The linkage to their suspects charged to court is that the killer gun is linked to the murder of the late AIGP Andrew Felix Kawesi and Major Chigundu. We would like to confirm that this is the straightforward case of political violence and domestic terrorism. The suspects are now part of the team that trained in the North Kivu ADF camp and had started reactivating domestic terror cells in the country. We want to applaud the joint task teams for their breakthrough in cracking down the terror gang. We are now pursuing other members of the emerging domestic terror cells, including the second shooter, Kanabe. As I conclude, I would like to reassure all Ugandans and visitors to the country that we continue to monitor the bad elements and all terror hotspots to help prevent the re-emergence of such acts of domestic terror aimed at undermining the prevailing stability, peace, and security in the country. That is Paul Lokech. Today, Lokech has added that those who have been involved in these assassinations are all in the ADF fraternity. You can never join the organization if you are not a Muslim. If you are a Christian, they will convert you to Muslim. Thank you for watching I24. Kindly subscribe.